Hello Vault Dwellers, and welcome back to my kitchen. Wow, it's been a long time since I've been able to have an opening like that. As you guys know, I love Fallout. I love the Fallout universe and the lore, and I've cooked extensively from the official Fallout Cookbook. Well, sadly, my time with the official Fallout Cookbook is pretty much almost at an end. There's only a few more recipes in there that I really want to do, but you know, all good things have to come to an end, and it's time for me to move on from it. So what I've found is an unofficial Fallout cookbook that came out about 2 years after the official one did. This one includes recipes all the way from Fallout 1 all the way up to and including Fallout 76. Some of the recipes are the same, like there's Yum Yum Deviled Eggs and Mole Rat Manicotti and the Mantis Marsala. But they use different ingredients, so I will be making those recipes again using this gentleman. Let's see, his name is Paul Johnson's recipes, because they sound just as delicious as the ones from the official cookbook. Will I be comparing the recipes? Probably, because it's, you know, I have cooked those recipes, so it would be really hard not to make a comparison of which one I think did it better. But hopefully those will be few and far between. So the dish that I have chosen to start with from the unofficial Fallout Cookbook is the Mystery Meat Queso Dip. I do love a good queso, so I really have high hopes for this one. The ingredients we're going to need for our queso dip are 1 pound of ground beef, 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, and a cup of shredded pepper jack cheese, 1 cup of salsa, 1 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of flour, 4 tablespoons of butter, and 1/2 teaspoon each of cumin, chili powder, and granulated garlic. Those are going to be all of our ingredients. So let's get moved over to the stove and we'll start bringing our queso dip together. Here at my stove, I've gone ahead and added my ground beef in. And as you can see, I've already started adding in the seasonings. Now that I have all the seasonings thoroughly mixed in, I'm going to continue breaking up my hamburger until it's nice bite-sized pieces and it's cooked completely through. Should only take maybe 5-6 minutes at the most to get your hamburger cooked completely through. And then once I do, I will remove it from the heat and drain off any of the drippings that are left in the pan. Hamburger's cooked and drained. It's time to go ahead and move on to our sauce, and I'm starting that by melting the 4 tablespoons of butter in a small saucepan here on the stove. Now that my butter is melted, I want to add in my 1/4 cup, of flour, and we're going to turn this into our roux. I'm going to cook this for about a minute or two, just until we get that raw flour taste cooked out. Now that my butter and flour have been cooking for about 1.5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add in my milk. I'm going to be sure to stir this in really well, make sure there's no lumps or clumps. Now that I have all my milk in, I've switched over to a whisk, and we want to cook this on a low, gentle heat. Once your milk warms up, it should thicken up pretty quickly. As you can see, this is nice and thick now, and I've already gone ahead and started slowly adding in a little bit of my cheese, and you want to do this a little bit at a time, and thoroughly melt this cheese in with each step. That way you don't end up with like clumps of cheese that you can't get melted. Now that I have all the cheese stirred in, I'm going to add in my cup of salsa. I'm also going to add in our 1 pound of cooked ground beef. Alright guys, I'm going to let this warm back up again now that I've added that cold salsa in. And once it has, it'll be time to give it a try and see what we think about it. I've gotten the queso dip completely warmed up. Now I've topped mine off with a little bit of green onions, but you could certainly substitute that in for some cilantro and maybe even a little bit of extra cojita cheese on top. Let's get in here and give it a try, see what I think about it. I'm very excited for this. I love queso dip, y'all. I really do like this queso dip. It could use a little bit of tweaking in my opinion. I think it's got too much hamburger, so I'm definitely, the next time I make this, I'll be cutting it down to 1/2 pound of hamburger, and I'm going to boost up the spice factor. I used the spicy salsa because I didn't think it was going to have any heat to it, and I'm kind of glad I did. Next time when I make this, I'm going to be adding in ancho chili powder to get a little bit more kick in it. But overall, yeah, I am going to be making this one quite a bit, especially when I've got that late night queso craving. pretty good first look at the Unofficial Fallout Cookbook, I must say. I'm very excited to get in here and try a few more recipes. So expect to see a lot from this cookbook here in the near future. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turned out for you. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.